Something's happening to me, Ian.
Uh-oh.
I want to play Bloodborne.
Yeah.
I want to play Salt and Sanctuary.
Yeah.
I want to play Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah.
I want to play these really morbid, tough, there's a strong chance you're just going to piss away the last hour of your life games.
Yeah.
What's happening?
You're becoming a better person.
Good.
Yeah.
I figured you would say that, which is probably why I brought you in to talk about Salt and Sanctuary. How much of Salt and Sanctuary is there to play? Is it an early access at all, or is it just been like a con?
I don't
kind of
know.
game?
I don't think it's
Con meaning convention.
Yeah, I don't think it's playable yet to the public, but I might be wrong on that. I haven't looked.
So I played a bit where I had a very simple weapon, and I had some potions and stuff like that I can do. There's some secrets to uncover, but it was mostly just get to the top of this structure, and then fight a big boss at the top that cleaved me in two like 4 times, and then like around the 4th or 5th time, I finally was like, okay, I'm actually gonna be patient, and noticed that if he did his attack, it would be kind of like an AoE spread along the ground, but in side scrolling, so I'd have to know to jump over it, and then you just get that timing. You just know I know it's 1/1000, 2/1000, then I jump.
You're ready.
Then, yeah, exactly.
You're ready for Dark Souls.
For one boss,
for Bloodborne.
Yeah, it's just oh god.
Well, yeah, I mean, I haven't actually played Salt and Sanctuary, but I interviewed the developers, 2 people. I believe they're a married couple, and they live together with their cats. Yeah, one is Salt and one is Sanctuary. Couldn't tell which. But they might not be married. Yeah, they're in the PSX mandatory update. I think I asked them about Jim Henson's Monster Maker for some reason. Who knows? But just kind of go with it. But yeah, they're really cool, really nice people, and the game looks awesome. And everything they described the game as, I was gonna pass out when they were talking. It was like a Metroidvania inspired by Dark Souls and stuff like that. I was just like, Jesus, take the wheel.
But from what I've seen. They have a trailer that's out that we were using for B-roll to cover stuff that you're probably looking at right now that has crazy lightning attacks, and the guy's got a pitchfork or a giant staff and a whip and all sorts of crazy things. I'm talking about Metroidvania. You got a whip.
If you can switch weapons like Symphony of the Night, I am in.
I think the big thing that could possibly detract people is it is a fuzzy game.
The look of it?
Yeah, this game is fuzzy wuzzy was a bear.
It's a lot of bloom.
I don't know so much bloom, because bloom kind of tends to really accentuate what's there too much, where you're just oh god, I didn't need to have my attention drawn to that. Whereas just lots of smoke, lots of the textures kind of blur into each other, which really surprised me because there's a staircase in the background, and when I choose no, I don't want to walk in front of the staircase. Yes, I do want to walk up that staircase. I thought that would be really tough because there's a lot of jumping and grabbing up onto
really
ledges
hard to
and
do
stuff.
in games.
And it was great. It was perfect.
It works?
And they actually stressed that at PSX. The guy's I hate when I can't do that in games.
How did they do it? How did they make it work?
I've even played Mario games where it isn't quite
That's
there.
what I hated about Little Big Planet 1. The Z-axis,
and that's a big jump.
Was a nightmare.
That's you're clearly making a jump to another plane, and these planes are almost right on top of each other.
How did they fix that? What did they do?
They worked on it harder. I don't know.
Push up or something?
It's more of directly going to the right instead of kind of up and to the right. But
cool.
I imagine that can be really tricky and definitely something you want to focus on.
Yeah.
Do you want some coffee, and do you want to take a moment?
I've never had coffee before.
You can just have.
Did you know that?
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
For anyone that's watched Mandatory Update, it's probably a good idea. You should have a special one time.
Green tea.
Where you literally on camera just throw it back.
Drink coffee for the first time?
Yeah, all the Dark Souls you play, and you don't drink any coffee? You don't need anything to...
I don't know.
It just keeps you on the edge of your seat. Just keeps you on edge.
Dark Souls is very tense. You don't need... And I imagine this game is really tense too. It seems like this could be... Dare I hope that this could be it? Because people have been trying. They've been trying to do another Metroidvania 2D that works, but it hasn't really happened. There have been a couple of... 2 of the Castlevanias maybe on handheld are
Japan has produced some pretty cool, more combat-oriented 2D Metroidvania
but
games
I feel like nobody's done
all the names that are completely eluding me.
Yeah. But all the games, they don't have the same nobody's ever done it like Super Metroid or Symphony of the Night, for me at least. Where it's that atmosphere and just everything about it. I can't, it's intangible.
Symphony of the Night.
Symphony of the Night.
But I guess that's a big question. There's no way you can tell that at an event.
Right.
Like even if you had played this game at
yeah.
PSX or at PAX or something, it's like I need to spend a considerable amount of time in the game to like work my way through a huge map and then go back and notice those little crevices and little spots. But I mentioned the platforming is good. So like if they were to have areas where you can only reach them by good platforming, by actually like jumping across and like grabbing onto poles or something, like they could have that. Where a lot of the advertising that they've done so far has mostly combat focused to show off like crazy spells and effects and stuff. Because as I mentioned, the art style is simple, and that's actually one of the reasons I am excited about Bloodborne. Is I felt the art style of that franchise, of the Souls series, the spiritual Souls series, has been elevated to a point where if I'm frustrated by this boss and have to fight it 100 times, at least it's like in an aesthetic that I really adore.
Yeah.
And just is visually just
top hats, Brandon.
Jaw-droppingly.
I really hope that there are like Victorian dresses in Bloodborne, because I'm gonna, oh man, covered in blood.
How many games do you think, if we did just played Zov, would just naturally transition into
talking into Bloodborne?
Well, I mean, you increase the odds by
if I'm here,
5 or 6 once Ian steps onto the couch.
But I mean, this game, like, it draws the comparison, and like,
they said it. You talked to the developers and they said it. So.
And like, it looks really cool to me. Like, the look of it, I didn't dislike. I don't know if you did, like the Vaseline on the lens kind of thing. Like,
no, and the characters, like he has a really wide jaw and kind of a weird, kind of like a scribble, not like a drawn to death kind of, scribble. Like everything's really filled in, but like. And maybe that's kind of lays to the charm of it, that it feels it was kind of like roughly, scratched in there, so it kind of plays up the whole lonely, gothic kind of vibe, to kind of make you feel isolated, that it's kind of hard to get a lot of personality from the world because it is so simplistic in its just design. But at the same time, if you are dealing with a simple art design, then you can add like more weapons, more costumes, more spells, more monsters, and not have to make it something as huge and detailed.
Worry
and
about the good stuff.
Yeah, so that's the good stuff. This is just
no. I mean, art is really important, obviously, but like once you get the art where you're like acceptable, where you like it, I think in a game like this, like level design is paramount, and like a lot of variable weaponry, and like because that's what it's all about, right? In Dark Souls or Symphony of the Night or whatever, you find the weapon you like, the sword that feels right.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope that they have like. One of my favorite things in Symphony of the Night is like the alternate attacks that some swords have, because like doing the Hadouken or whatever move and seeing if a sword will do something, it's rad.
I didn't do a lot of weapon swapping actually when I was playing it, because just smacking stuff sounds great and feels great.
Nice.
Stuff just like splinters into a bunch of pieces when you destroy it, and like I said, it just has a really great. I don't know. Castlevania always had a really good like. They always handled linear combat really well, because there's just when something came on screen, you just couldn't wait to get to it and just beat the crap out of it.
True.
And I definitely get that vibe in Salt and Sanctuary.
That's good.
Well, so I played the game, but I didn't talk to the developers a lot. You haven't, but you did talk to them.
I talked to them a few
times. Did they give us any clue as to when we're getting our hands on this game finally?
I mean, they said basically what every indie developer says is hopefully next year when it's done, But
did they say they might consider early access, or is there like some way we can cheat our way into Salt and Sanctuary?
We'd have to.
Well, damn it! Is this it? This is the last time we're going to talk about it until we get our hands on it? That might be forever. I don't know if I can wait. That's the problem with you and your games that you like. They take way too damn long to get developed.
They do. I think they've been working on this for years.
I'm going to go like some other game.
Okay.
I might come back again to liking it later, but I don't want to have my heart broken.
It's true.
Or maybe I can look forward to the next
Quit
con
playing
and check it
games
out.
with my heart.
Maybe get your hands on it.
I'll try. I'll tweet
Less
it
talky,
them.
more play.
Yeah, I'll tweet it them. Be like, Brandon wants to play the game.
Go take some NyQuil.
Okay.
All right, thanks.